feel like 21. It's a knife. Bust a left. I got drunk and took a right. I'm so high, you fuck with me, I'll take your life. And then take your life, bring you back to fuck her twice. Hey, I'm in the cut. Oh yeah, she wanna fuck. Oh yeah, that little bitch cutthroat. Yeah, she give me deep throat. Yeah, stitch like low, combination no cheat code. Yeah, I got the G code. None gon' sing on glee mode. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. We're doing a little commentary video, but we're gonna be changing shit up. I might do this for all my future videos. Sorry, I'm adjusting the fucking microphone. I think I moved some shit, but I might do this for all my future commentaries. Have a little face cam and then some gameplay, and it's all fucking dandy. I don't know what the fuck to say. A room's kind of a fucking mess. Don't be all judgmental. Yes, those are bike tires. I'm trying to build a fucking bike, bitch. And I don't have company coming over. I'm just gonna fuck up the bed anyway. So it's like, why fucking make it? Okay, so let's get into the actual fucking topic of today's video. I hope the audio's not fucked up, because I thought, like, fuck it. I took the mic off the arm stand. Thought, like, let's change it up a bit. But pretty much, is therapy fucking worth it? And I'm not gonna try to be like that person to be like, oh, don't go to therapy. Oh, if you go to therapy, you're this or that. I'm coming from just personal thoughts and shit like that. I don't know. Don't get fucking offended. Don't get butthurt. And YouTube, don't block my shit. I don't know. Nice little nicotine break though, you see, but it's therapy fucking worth it. I feel like in some situations, obviously, yes it is, like, if you go to a war or experience some, like, life-changing crazy ass shit, and it's fucking hella hard to process, yes, it's good to do that kind of shit, but then at the same time, I kind of feel like it's not that beneficial, and then I also feel like in some areas, some people do kind of, like, misuse it or abuse it. I don't know, really. How to, like, say it in shorter terms, you know? But pretty much, let's get into our first part of, like, yes, it is a bit useful. Like, again, like I said, you're a war vet. You've seen some shit, done some shit, that's affected your life. Hella, yeah, fucking, or not even a war vet, you're just like a normal fucking person and you experience some crazy ass shit. Yes, but then at the same time, it's like, is talking about the thing, like, gonna help? Like, again, I feel like talking about it to a certain degree does help, but when you do just non-stop talk about it, because I've had this happen, if it's like chicks, whatever the fuck, a problem that I'm dealing with in life, if I just keep talking about it or keep thinking about it, it doesn't really help me. Even if it's like comes to like trying to solve the situation, it's like, it's good to always try to solve the situation as soon as you fucking can. And certain situations, it has to be like that. But I feel like when it comes to some situations, like if it's like, oh, fucking, say you're trying to get a better job or whatever the fuck, like, you know, work towards getting a better fucking job and all that shit. But then don't get frustrated if it doesn't instantly fucking happen. It's like, it's all a fucking process. And I feel like, with people, sometimes not having that instant gratification leads to, obviously, you know, you get all this built up, pent up emotions about the situation. And I feel like, as like humans, you just need to let it sit, you know, sometimes. And I feel like, when I say, like, let it sit in the back of your fucking mind a little bit. Like, you know, you gotta have, like, I feel like with therapy, obviously, you're not 24/7 thinking about therapy. You're not always 24/7 in it. But I feel like when it comes to, like, sort of, like, I'm not just trying to say, oh, just move on. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. But there's a point to where it's like, if that's all you think about, all you do, and you're constantly going to counseling for the problem, you're just kind of getting yourself more and more stuck into it when your whole goal is to either solve the problem or remove yourself from the problem as much as you can, if that's, like, again, past shit that happened or current shit you're dealing with. And I feel like a good case, I don't know, at least for me, I have personal experience with this. But for broader terms, for people that, like, obviously don't live my fucking life, Robin Williams, you see that motherfucker go to therapy. He was a comedian. Everyone thought he was the happiest motherfucker, but then he ends up killing himself. So it's like he goes to therapy, so then he doesn't do that, but then ends up doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to therapy because he's depressed and all this shit, and he's probably just sitting in therapy. I'm not trying to mock or say anything bad. Sitting there crying about his, like, fucking problem. Not saying, oh, he's probably, like, I don't know. I don't know the guy. I never was in his therapy sessions. He might have shed a tear or two or whatever the fuck. Again, I'm not trying to mock him. But you're just sitting there crying about your fucking problem. And I'm not trying to say, oh, just try to run away from your problems. Again, you kind of have to just face that shit. But then at the same time, you can't fucking dwell on it. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Is if you just end up fucking dwelling on the fucking problem the whole fucking time, you're never gonna fucking solve it because you're still dwelling on the problem. It doesn't give you time to think of a fucking solution even. And then with therapy, I feel like they are like, oh, well, we do have the solution and we will. Like, again, it only helps people. It's like almost like giving antidepressants to a depressed person. There's some people where antidepressants are like the fucking shit. It works amazing for them. They have no fucking issue. They end up doing it for like 10, 20 fucking years, whatever. And then there are some people where they don't feel comfortable with it. They don't like it. It doesn't work well with them. Or yada yada, whatever. And I feel like it's the exact same fucking thing. Also, again, like I said, with therapy. But also, when it comes to just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, with therapy, I feel like in some cases, like, again, unless you experience some crazy shit, or you're, like, a war vet or some shit, I feel like in some situations, these motherfuckers are just paying for a friend, paying someone just to listen to their fucking problems. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it's good to go to your loved ones and your friends, and talk about these things, and then going to a fucking counselor. Because the thing is with the counselor, it's like almost finding the cure to cancer. It'd be great to, like, find the cure to cancer. Oh, cure your mental shit or cure your depression, whatever. But isn't it better to treat it than cure it? So in most situations, they're gonna just treat it or not even do shit about it. They're just gonna, like, put a little band-aid over the fucking bleeding gunshot wound type shit. That's what I'm trying to, like, say. Again, it's good to treat it because then with treatment, it can get fixed. It's not completely fucked. But in treating it, like, they're not gonna try, like, obviously, they can't just jump in your body or jump into your life, make everything perfect. But again, with therapy, they're not gonna instantly be like, oh, here's the thing, like, you just gotta, like, they're gonna tell you, oh, be more confident, whatever the fuck, but they're not gonna, like, tell you, oh, well, here's the thing, no one really gives a fuck about your problems, and I wouldn't give a fuck either unless you were paying me. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know there's free counseling and shit, but again, when it comes to that free counseling, they're getting paid by someone. If that's the state, whatever the fuck. Like, they're not gonna just pull up to do it for free. And there's a lot of the counselors out there that I do feel like are good people and just want to do good by helping other people. But then at the same time, there are counselors out there that are just trying to do it for a fucking paycheck. And they don't give a fuck. Like, they just give enough of a fuck to have the person come back. And also the thing too, like, when I go back to saying, oh, you're just paying for, like, a fucking friend or whatever the fuck. It's just, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but then also it's like, with friends and family, they can help you so much. They can listen so fucking much, or to a degree. But with a counselor or some shit, I feel like, yeah, you could talk to them as much as you want, but again, if they have an hour rate or whatever, or they're charging you and shit, just sit there as long as, again, like I said, you're just paying them. And then also with therapy and shit, like with my brother, that's one of the best examples I at least have. He ended up doing, it was almost like the exact same thing that happened to Robin Williams. Depressed as hell, went to therapy, it just didn't work, tried medications, shit like that, and it so ended up fucking killing himself. And it's like, obviously a shitty situation, but it makes me think, like, with therapy, you, like, again, you can't save everyone, you can't do, life's not perfect. It's almost like kind of being like a doctor. You're trained, you do it professionally, you can save most, but you can't save them all, type shit. And I'm not trying to bash therapy completely in this video, but it's more of like why I kind of don't do it type shit. Also, I feel like with therapy, they're just gonna, like I kind of said earlier, it's like a gunshot wound, and they're just putting a band-aid over it. They're gonna kind of tell you what you want to hear, I feel like, with some therapists. Some therapists might be real as fuck with you, and to be like, here's what you need to hear. But then at the same time, I feel like with some of them, they kind of, like, just go like, yeah, life does suck, but, like, they give you, like, just a basic-ass solution. Or a basic-ass, like, not a basic-ass solution, but more of a basic-ass answer of, like, yeah, life sucks, but you gotta keep fucking going. And that's like, yeah, obviously you gotta keep fucking going, but if your life sucks, you gotta do something about it. Like, don't just keep going, because your life's just gonna get shitty, or you just gotta keep going, but in a different way. And I feel like with some people, again, they're good with their profession, they do it because they want to do it, but then I feel like with some therapists, they kind of lack that shit, because I remember a lot of my brother, like, I never really met any of his therapists, obviously, but how he would talk about them is, like, it almost just kind of seemed like they were only really there for his money more than actually caring about him, because, again, if you get to a friend or a family member, they're gonna be a real ass fuck with you no matter what, depending on your relationship with them. But if you have some real ass friends, some real ass family members, they're gonna give you the honest, real truth or solution to the fucking problem. And with the therapist, they don't know how you operate really unless they get to really know you. They don't know your daily life or how your whole life's been. Like, if you go to, like, a family member, like a brother, mom, dad, whatever the fuck, a close friend you've had over the last 10 years, 5 years, whatever, they know how you operate, they know how you think to a degree, so it's like, whatever they're fucking gonna tell you, it's probably gonna be way better than some therapist that barely fucking knows you, and it's just kind of there to collect a fucking check, if that's from you or the fucking state. And again, with me, I'm not going to try and say in this video, oh, therapy's a waste of time, don't do therapy, oh, fuck therapy, oh, blah, 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 this. I'm not trying to do any of that. I don't know why. I just randomly saw my printer still on. I kind of want to turn it off, because I think my printer's been on for like a day or two. At least probably a day. Is the printer is it gonna turn on? Ooh, we got the beep, it turned off. Fucking crazy distraction. No, I'm gonna try to wrap this video up here, but what I'm trying to say is, I feel like unless you're really in dire need of it, therapy is worth it. But if you're just a college student, you're going through a bit of a struggle, if that's like school, whatever the fuck, yes, it's good to maybe talk with the school counselor, whatever, but to make it this big thing where it's like, oh, I need to talk to this professional therapist, sit down for like 2 to 3 hours every day and just talk about why I have anxiety in school, why I'm depressed, like, it's not going to help you, because again, you're just dwelling more onto it, and you're wasting your time just talking about why or what the problem is than really solving the fucking problem. And again, with some shit in life, you can't really solve it, you just gotta cope with it or deal with it. And I'm not trying to say that in a harsh way, that's just more in a real ass way. Like, when my brother passing away, killing himself, it fucking sucked. It fucking, it's one of those things that kind of ruined my shit. Like, again, up to this day, I'm still pretty fucked up by it. But at the same time, I haven't went to therapy really. I haven't reached out to anyone unless I was like friends or family. And the thing is, it's like, you just gotta go with the blows in life, those highs and lows. And like with life, I feel like if you just dwell onto something, like, again, I'm never gonna forget my brother. I don't want to honor him, and just like, you know, I don't want to just I don't know. I don't want to forget about him or act like, oh, this isn't that big of a deal or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, I don't want to dwell on it forever. I don't want to be like, oh, my brother, you gone for, like, it sucks. I get in those like headspaces at times throughout the day and shit. Am I covering the whole mic? I don't know if that's like fucked up the audio or not. But my mouth's been on the mic like legit hella close. So I really hope this audio came out good. But besides that, like, it just like, you kind of just, there's some shit like you just can't fix, and you gotta make the best out of it. You know, that's all I can like. So that's the best way to put it, is you just gotta make the best out of life. And some people, I feel like, oh, if I go to therapy and talk about my problem, it's gonna magically disappear or get better. And with some things, it does kind of do that. But then at the same time, I feel like it's just up to you, and just time to, on how you're gonna heal or process whatever the fuck. And I feel like with some, again, people are just kind of like misusing it, if that, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, if that's someone that's like, fucking doesn't have that big of fucking problems, you know? I'm not trying to, devalue or fucking try to say, oh, this person or that person's shit isn't that big of a deal. I need a drink. I'm drinking a fucking Capri Sun because why the fuck not? And it's almost empty. But pretty much, there's some people where I feel like they really need it, and that's, you know, if it helps them, it helps them. But then there's some people where I'm just like dwelling on that shit or just sitting on that shit. It's not gonna help, you know. You're gonna have to either move on or solve this problem. And I feel like, again, like I said, therapy can help you solve that problem. But then again, I feel like sometimes therapy doesn't really help you solve that problem, and it's more just gets you stuck in it. But besides that, I want to see what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. And sorry, this is a long ass fucking video.